Good afternoon, lovely ones. So again, I am going live on Facebook and Insta at the same time. I have just been for an incredible healing, and as I was driving back from just doing the horses just now, I had so many things coming through that I wanted to share with you, and just really about kind of the spiritual journey. Hey Nikki, how are you? And it felt like this really full circle moment as I had Reiki today, and the beautiful soul that gifted me Reiki today was actually a client, used to be a client, well still is a client of mine. And that's kind of how we met many years ago. And we were both just chatting about how content we were in life with our purpose. And as I was driving home, I just had this huge wave of gratitude for and almost just like, I don't know, just like, oh, well done, like, well done, girl. Like, back in the day, I've lit in this little tea light here. I've come home after my Reiki and I'm sitting at my altar. And like, when the kids were little and I wasn't teaching meditation, I wasn't kind of doing all these things, I was doing beauty therapy, and you know, I would wake up every morning and I would light a candle and I would sit at the end of my bed with this candle, and I would meditate and I would look out my bedroom window. And when I think now where that one spiritual practice, so for me that was often like, I would literally have like 5 minutes before the kids got up and we had to do school run and like drive kids, once to nursery, once to primary school, one's at secondary school, and it's like, you know, like doing all the things. And that moment with my little candle felt so special and so sacred to me. And I would do that, I would sit on my yoga mat, I might occasionally manage a couple of like, you know, stretches or whatever, and just really tune in and check in with myself. And like, when I think about that being the catalyst to me trying different things, so going for Reiki, doing Tai Chi, doing yoga, like learning new things, going to meditation classes, like going to the Buddhist center, going to the spiritualist church, like that one thing led on to so many other, hey Sans, and Sans, you'll agree with this, like once you start that spiritual practice, like it just awakens you to all these incredible tools that you can pull on, and you have no idea right now where they're going to take you, like where these spiritual practices are going to take you, the people that you're going to meet. And my heart is so full of gratitude, like driving back from this Reiki healing session that I had, and just so full of freaking gratitude to all these incredible things. Like I can't even get the words to tell you, like once you start on this path, and it's not that it's all like rainbows and unicorns, you know, one morning you could be snotting out your face crying, you could be screaming, you could be stamping, you could be, and the next minute you could just be freaking laughing with absolute joy at the synchronicities and power of the universe and when we connect in with it. And yeah, so I was driving home thinking how I started just sitting at the end of my bed with a candle, practicing meditation, and now I've taught thousands of people all over the world meditation, and it just blows my mind. Like I never knew when I was like waxing people's legs and painting people's nails that like this was going to be my life. And as I sat with my Reiki healer today and speaking to her, she's like, oh my God, this is my life now. She's like, I remember when like you coached me years ago. And she's like, I remember thinking like, oh God, I just want that for me. And now she's got it, right? She is the most incredible healer. She's the first person to go through my meditation accreditation course. Which I just gave her certificate for today. And the two of us are just like, oh my God, we've been on this journey together for years. just from these simple practices. So please don't diminish anything you do to support yourself, whether that is 2 minutes a day sitting with a candle whilst your kids are screaming like mine used to, right? You know, or just taking yourself for a walk in nature, or buying yourself that card deck that you like, or, you know, being in community, finding other people, because you're going to meet so many incredible people in your life if you open yourself up. And the most incredible person you're going to meet is yourself, right? Like, honestly, I feel so emotional. I don't know, maybe it's the Reiki. But like, honestly, you having that awareness and connection to self is so freaking amazing. Like the love that you crave from other people, the appreciation you crave from other people, the reassurance, the pat on the back, you can give yourself all of that, right? You can gift yourself all of that if you have the awareness. And this is why these spiritual practices support you, because they allow you to shift. Like Sansa said, it blows her human mind, right? And this is it. Like, there's so much more out there that we can't even begin to comprehend because we haven't experienced it. So the more we can open ourselves up to trying new things, experiencing new things, allowing ourselves to be cared for. Like my healing session today was purely me being cared for, me opening myself up to receiving healing, caring, love, and to shift stuff out of the way so I can move deeper and deeper into my heart. Always, always, always. So you can move deeper and deeper into your heart, that you can crack that heart space wide open so that you can see the world in a different way and you can experience the world in a different way. And you can then share that ripple effect out within your family, within your community, within the greater world, maybe at work, right? You know, you don't even have to be doing a spiritual job. You could be working on the checkout in Asda. And if you are taking care of yourself and doing like your spiritual practices yourself, you could change somebody's life just by chatting to them at the checkout, telling them how great they look, what a beautiful smile they have, just conversing with people. So that's my little rant this afternoon. And again, because our soul sanctuary doors are open, I am just so aware of how life-changing these practices are. And I never had that. Like, I never had that type of community and support when I started like decades ago. I sought it out through books. I sought it out through trying to find stuff online, sought it out through going to different things. Like my meditation classes that I used to go to sometimes was based in the Quaker house. So it was like Buddhism in the Quaker house. Then I went to Sanskrit chanting meditation classes, which at the time was just like, I think felt like I joined some kind of cult. I love it all now, but back then I was like, oh my God, like what am I doing? Like, you know, very, very hippie. Bloody love it all now, but at the time, you know, so like meet yourself where you're at, but you know, just don't dismiss anything. Just sit with yourself, sit in nature. What's that saying? Step outside the comfort zone. I stayed in that box until I was 46 years into life, looking for love outside of me. Love this share, thank you. Yeah, and we do, right? We're like, Nikki, first time I meditated was in your class. Ah, love that. Love that, love that. And are you still meditating now, Nikki? Let me know. Yeah, like it doesn't need to be complicated, right? Like, I think we overcomplicate things. We get overwhelmed by things. There's so many choices of things out there that just pick up that book. Like I used to be obsessed with all the Hay House books. Louise Hay, Gabby Bernstein, Wayne Dyer. And I would just absorb all this information, anything I could get my hands on, anything spiritual, just like lit up my heart and soul and opened me up to this other way of being and this other way of living. And this is what happens. What started with this little candle at the end, well, not this personal one because I would be burning a long time. This little candle at the end of my bed then led on to, I don't know where I was going with that there. Yeah, it led on to all these incredible, oh yeah, it's a lifestyle, right? So it's a lifestyle now. It's not even a thing. Like, this is just how I live my life now. And this is what happens when we create practices. And it doesn't come, Nikki's saying she still does meditate, but not as much as I should. Yeah, zero pressure, zero pressure. But these things will begin to just become your second nature. And when that happens, your life will change because your behavior has changed and your habits have changed. But it takes consistency and it takes time. And I think nowadays, so many people want this quick fix, right? So they'll maybe, I don't know, this is just my little spiritual rant here. They'll maybe nip to the jungle, do some ayahuasca and think, woo, like I'm going to sort my life out, or do whatever, right? This process isn't quick. And it needs to become a lifestyle. And that's why every single thing I have created, every single thing I teach, everything that I share is practical and simple. There's nothing complicated. There is, like, sometimes I remember, you know, when I was doing my anxiety coaching, when ladies say to me, oh my God, I can't believe, like, you've basically told me that one thing and it's like resolved my insomnia and anxiety. And I was like, yeah, and it was freaking common sense. It was about sleep and caffeine. She was just drinking heaps of Diet Coke and I'm like, okay, let's take this out. And then she's like, oh my God, my anxiety's gone. Boom. Yeah. So, you know, find other people to support you on this journey. San's saying they want you to fix them, keep it simple. Yeah, it's just that one step. It could just be that one candle at the end of your bed in the morning, that one meditation, and you can do the same meditation over and over and over and over again. It could just be using that one essential oil, treating yourself to that crystal, taking that walk in the park without headphones, without your phone, going to that little group, meeting up with someone in your community, reaching out to somebody, just jumping into their inbox and say, like, I love what you do, like, tell me how, right? You know, we can learn so much from other people. And this is why community is key. And this is why getting support is key as well. But you can do that just from a book. You can go to your local library, take a book out of the library and absorb it and read it. But yeah, if you do want spiritual community and you do want spiritual practices and you do want exposed to lots of different things, then come join us in Soul Sanctuary. The doors are only open till Sunday, and it really is such an incredible, beautiful space of absolutely amazing, wonderful women who we share this spiritual journey with, and both Susan and I hold space and teach and share and yeah, guide you guys, you know. And yeah, it's a journey for sure. So that's my little Friday spiel post Reiki as I'm sitting at my altar. I'm away to go and just have a little reflect on life. It's been a big week for me, for sure. And yeah, lots to go process, as you do after a healing session. So I am sending you all so much love this weekend. I hope to catch up with you guys soon, wherever that may be, in the World Wide Web or maybe in person, who knows. But if you are interested in Soul Sanctuary, drop me a message. You'll find the link in my bio on Instagram. And once this is finished, I'll pop it in the caption as well, because I wasn't sure where that was going to go. Good to be with you. Have a great few days. Oh, thank you, my love. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Taking all a big hearty breath with you all. Thank you for being here, and I'm sending you all so much love. Bye.